People buy, or their desire to buy, is heightened by emotions. And when you are doing interruption marketing, which means that you are interrupting their daily life to say, hey, buy this, you have got to tap into some emotion. You know, this is not like somebody coming into your website and saying, I have a problem and now I want to buy. For example, let's think about apples in the grocery store. If I think I'm hungry for an apple and I drive down to the grocery store, I do not even need a sign on the apples to tell me that they are apples. I just walk up to the counter and I go, those are apples. I pick one and I go and buy it. Now, if, however, I'm at the local fair and I'm walking around and there is an apple vendor, he has got to do something to get my attention. You know, he's got to have taken one of those apples, cut them up in weird ways, or get some kid out in front of me with a slice of apple and say, please try the apples, mister. He's going to have to interrupt me from what I am doing, and I'm going to have some sort of emotion so that if the kid with the apple, if he can get me to laugh, I'm probably going to buy an apple. But when I go to take that slice of apple from the little kid and some other little kid runs over, sideswipes me and I fall down and I scratch my knees and I get all dirt all over me and I'm angry and I'm embarrassed, am I going to buy any apples? No. Okay, this is a silly example, but it's a perfect example of human emotion. Here's the thing. Emotion works exactly the same way online as it does offline. A lot of times it's easy for us to think that in an online world, it's a sterile, anonymous world where people act like robots. They're not robots. They're humans. Humans have emotions and humans make decisions based on emotions. If you are going to sell it to humans, you must use emotion. Some people have difficulty using emotion, maybe because they themselves are emotionless, never get overly angry or happy. So how on earth can they use emotion in what they do then? Well, they have to think about what is going on right now, and then they have to write spontaneously and react to whatever is going on. Use others' emotions to become emotional. That is how to write your sales letters if you are in this group of people. Query your subscribers and find out what their emotions are. That is one of the reasons I use the word feel. How would it feel to be able to solve this problem? Because they tell me what they feel and then I use their emotion, because I just do not have a whole lot of emotion, so I use my subscribers' emotion. If they give me some emotion, I can heighten it because I know how to do that, because I have learned how to do it. So I ask my subscribers and they give me emotion. They tell me what they're struggling with and they tell me why it hurts so bad. I just use those words on my sales letter. I would say, if you ever feel like, whatever it is, I do that in emails. So what I may do in that second email coming back, because I might say, 2 or 3 people shared this with me. Have you ever felt that way? And frankly, I don't care if anybody even writes back on that one, because do you know what? I know behind the shadow of a doubt that if I put emotionally charged sentence in the email and ask the question, have you ever felt like that? Every single person that reached that email is going to be emotional for a moment. Guaranteed. I don't know what emotion they have. I don't care. Because emotion begets emotion. I do not care. You can get angry. I do not care. Because if you are angry today, you might buy from me tomorrow. I do not care. I do not care what the emotion is. In fact, I will make people so angry in the email campaign that I have to send another email to say, I didn't mean to make you angry. Now, I do not mean to make them angry, but when I am writing that emotional email, I do not tame it down. I just send it out. I want people to feel emotional, and usually I get responses back. The responses are heightened emotions, and do you know that is when they tell me about how they feel. So then Wednesday morning I wake up, maybe trying to get a good night's rest before. I go to my favourite coffee shop and I have a caramel high rise or a caramel macchiato or something like that. Get all juiced up and maybe have an extra shot in there, and then have my oatmeal, or maybe I have some eggs. I'm feeling good and I sit down and reread everybody's emotions. I get myself emotional and then I write the sales letter. And so then once the sales letter is written, a lot of times I write from the middle of the sales letter. Why? Because I am emotional. Okay? I'm emotional in the middle of the sales letter. I could turn on the email and I send an email out that says, I'm excited. I am excited now. And because I'm writing whilst I'm excited, my email is going to sound more excited. I do not know how that works, but somehow it just does.